Hello everybody, welcome again to the lecture series on signals and systems. We are doing Fourier series problems. In the previous class we have done the Fourier series expression for the impulse train signal. Impulse train signal is having infinite number of impulses which are placed at a certain amount of time difference, and we have taken the successive time difference in between two impulses is capital T. So we can tell that is a periodic signal with the time period capital T. For that we have calculated the exponential Fourier series, that is by calculating the exponential Fourier series coefficient Cn is equal to, we got 1 by T. So that for that particular periodic signal, that is impulse train, here I am drawing again. This is the impulse train I have taken. This is 0, capital T, capital 2T, capital 3T, minus capital T, minus capital 2T. So in this way, this is a signal we have taken or we have considered in the last class, where we have calculated the exponential Fourier series coefficient Cn is equal to, we got 1 by T. After getting this exponential Fourier series coefficient, this signal f of t is equal to, generally we will write the Fourier series like this: sigma n is changing from minus infinity to plus infinity, Cn e power jn omega naught into t, where we got Cn already, that is 1 by t. So by substituting that 1 by t in this expression, we will get like this: sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity. In place of Cn, I have substituted here 1 by t e power jn omega naught into t. This 1 by t is independent of n. That means with respect to this sigma, this 1 by t is constant. So I can write outside of the sigma. So 1 by t sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity e power jn omega naught into t. This is the exponential Fourier series for the given impulse train, where one impulse is available at small t is equal to 0, next impulse is available at t is equal to capital T. Okay, so in this way our impulse train signal is there. Now if you see this particular problem, here also impulse train signal only, but you need to write this impulse train g of t in terms of this impulse train f of t. This is the f of t we have taken. Actually this impulse train is given by del suffix capital T of t. Del of t means only one impulse is existing at t is equal to 0, but del t of t is nothing but impulse train having infinite number of impulses with the time duration of capital T. So what is the relation between this impulse train g of t and this impulse train f of t? If you observe carefully, these impulses are available at small t is equal to 0, capital T, capital 2t, capital 3t and so on. Left side minus t, minus 2t and so on. And if you observe this impulse train g of t, there is no impulse at t is equal to 0. The impulse is available at t is equal to capital T by 4, next one is 5t by 4, next one is 9t by 4. And left side if you see, this is the impulse available at minus 3t by 4 and this one is at minus 7t by 4. But if you calculate the difference between any two successive impulses, you will get capital T only. That is 5t by 4 minus t by 4 is 4t by 4, that means capital T. And in between these two also, 9t by 4 minus 5t by 4, again that is capital T only. Or if you take these two, t by 4 minus of minus 3t by 4, again capital T. That means the time difference is always same, that is capital T only. Okay. So it is also impulse train signal with the time period capital T. But what is the relation between these two? Means all these impulses are shifted right side by t by 4 seconds, so that we can get this particular g of t. So I can write g of t is nothing but f of t only, but f of t has been shifted to right side by capital T by 4 seconds. In this way I can able to write. That one you can able to observe by seeing these two signals f of t and g of t. So all these signals are shifted to right side by capital T by 4, then you will get this one. Okay, so this is f of t. How to draw f of t minus capital T by 4? Capital T by 4 is the constant, this is the time shift. So this has to be added to the time axis of the f of t to get f of t minus t by 4. So 0 plus t by 4 is t by 4, t plus t by 4 is 5t by 4, 2t plus t by 4 that is 9t by 4, minus t plus t by 4 that is minus 3t by 4. Like that all these impulses are shifted to right side by capital T by 4, then we got this one, that is g of t. So we know the exponential Fourier series coefficient for f of t is 1 by t. Already that one we have calculated. Now we are going to calculate the exponential Fourier series coefficient for this signal, that is g of t. After finding the exponential Fourier series coefficient for this signal g of t, we will compare this exponential Fourier series coefficient of this signal and coefficient of this signal. Is there any relation is there? Because there is a relation in between these two time domain signals. F of t is like this, g of t is like this, and in between these two what is the time domain relationship? In the sense, by shifting this f of t signal by capital T by 4 seconds to the right side, we got g of t. In time domain, that is a relation. What is that relation? Time shifting by t by 4 seconds to the right side. The delayed version of f of t by capital T by 4 seconds is nothing but g of t. That is the relation we got in between these two signals, f of t and g of t in time domain. Now, what is the Fourier series coefficient means? Cn for the f of t signal, that is 1 by t. Now we are going to calculate the Fourier series coefficient for g of t also. So what I am trying to tell is some relation is there in the time domain, that is a time shifting relation. Is there any relationship is available in the Fourier series coefficients also? That we are going to identify now. Okay. With respect to Fourier series coefficients, Fourier means you can able to conclude that that is the frequency domain. So with respect to frequency domain also, is there any relationship is there in between these two signals? That we are going to identify now. Not doing simply the problem. After completion of the problem, what is the conclusion we can able to give? That is very, very important. Okay. So this signal is having the coefficient, Fourier coefficient is Cn, that is 1 by t. Now we are going to calculate the Fourier series coefficient for the g of t. Okay. Now this is the actual signal we have. By seeing this one, we can tell it is a periodic signal. Because it is a periodic signal, we can apply Fourier series. So that is one thing. Next one, what is the time period of this one? Time period is equal to capital T only. Okay, so in between these two impulses, how much time is there? In between any two successive impulses, you got capital T is the time period. So time period is equal to capital T only. Now we are going to find Fourier series coefficient, that is Cn. But always we cannot represent with Cn, because for the previous problem f of t already I have taken Cn is the coefficient. For this problem I will take Dn is the coefficient. There is no problem. Okay. So Dn is nothing but, or in order to avoid the confusion, clearly I am writing here exponential Fourier series coefficient of g of t. Previously we got exponential Fourier series coefficient of f of t. Now I am going to write exponential Fourier series coefficient of the g of t. This is equal to, what is the formula we have written for the Cn previously? 1 by t integral. We have to do the integration over one period, and for which signal we are finding the coefficient, that signal has to be written here g of t e power minus jn omega naught into t dt. Don't confuse by seeing this formula. So what is the general formula? That formula I will write here, and then I will explain about this formula. So generally f of t is having the coefficient is Cn. With this double headed arrow we will represent generally. Okay. So this is the Fourier series, continuous time Fourier series we have taken. By the application of the continuous time Fourier series for the signal f of t, we got its coefficient, exponential Fourier series coefficient is nothing but Cn. Like this we got. So the relationships already we know. I am writing one by one here. F of t is equal to sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity Cn e power Jn omega naught into t. And what is the equation for Cn? Cn is equal to 1 by t integral over one period f of t into e power minus Jn omega naught into t dt. So in this way, exponential Fourier series coefficient formula we have written. Okay. So you should not remember always this formula. You should remember how the formula was written. Okay. That is a very important thing. Here you see what is Cn. Cn is specifically written for f of t. But actually in words what we can able to tell this one, it is actually the exponential Fourier series coefficient of the signal f of t. Like that you have to memorize this one. Okay, so the exponential Fourier series coefficient of f of t is represented as Cn here. So in the Fourier series expression here Cn is there. So for Cn expression you are using the f of t. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so Cn is equal to 1 by capital T. What is this? What is this? You should not remember 1 by capital T. You should remember 1 by time period of the signal f of t. Okay, 1 by time period. For which signal you are calculating the Fourier series coefficient, for that signal how much time period is there, that time period you need to write down here. So 1 by time period of the signal for which we are calculating the Fourier series coefficient integral over one period, for which signal we are finding the coefficient, that signal has to be written here. Don't confuse regarding this particular thing. After writing the integral symbol, here you need to write the signal for which you are calculating the coefficient. Okay, so this place will be changed. For the previous problem, the signal is represented with f of t and the coefficient is represented with Cn. And in this problem, our signal is represented with g of t. For the g of t, you need to find the coefficient here in this problem. So here, this is a signal place. After writing the integral, this is a signal place where you need to write the signal. Okay, for which you are calculating the coefficient. After writing the signal, always here you need to write e power minus Jn omega naught into t. Okay, after writing the signal, whether it is f of t, g of t or h of t or x of t or y of t, whatever it may be, for which signal you are calculating the coefficient, that signal has to be written here. After writing that signal, compulsory here that signal has to be multiplied with e power minus Jn omega naught into t, where omega naught is the angular frequency, we know that one, and that is equal to 2 pi f naught. F naught is nothing but 1 by capital T. Okay, so for this signal, how much amount of time period is there? Based on that time period only, this omega naught will be calculated. Okay, so in this way you have to remember these formulas. How we have written this f of t equation, how we have written this Cn equation. It is not about f of t, it is not about Cn. It is about one periodic signal and its coefficient. For which periodic signal we are calculating the coefficient, that one we have to consider. So one periodic signal is there, that may be f of t, that may be g of t, and its coefficient here we have represented with Cn. In some other textbook it will be represented with Dn. Okay, that is not the matter. Okay, the thing is, this side we have to write the Fourier series coefficient. If you don't want to use Cn or Dn, just simply you can able to write like this: exponential Fourier series coefficient of which signal? G of t signal here we need to calculate. So f of t is equal to, that is nothing but it is a periodic signal, time domain expression is equal to sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity, this signal coefficient into e power plus Jn omega naught into t. And this coefficient is equal to, instead of writing this Cn, we can write the exponential Fourier series coefficient of f of t is equal to 1 by time period of the f of t integral over one period into, for which signal we are calculating the Fourier series coefficient, that signal time domain expression we need to write here, that is multiplied with e power minus Jn omega naught into t dt. Okay, so in this way you have to remember. Now, previously we have calculated f of t is having the exponential Fourier series coefficient is Cn. That's why I am not representing for the g of t also Cn. I am representing with the Dn. Okay, so exponential Fourier series coefficient of g of t we are going to calculate. So already I said that how to remember the formula for the coefficient, that is 1 by time period. So this is all, Why did I write here t only? Because this signal is also having the time period is equal to capital T. That's why 1 by, actually we need to write here time period of the g of t, because time period of the g of t is also capital T, here capital T only. Integral over one period, here for which signal we are calculating the coefficient to g of t. That's why here g of t has to be placed. This is very important. After writing g of t, here we need to write compulsory e power minus jn omega naught t dt. Okay, then now we need to do the integration over one period. Many times I have told that this may be from 0 to t, this may be from minus t by 2 to plus t by 2, that may be from minus t by 4 to 3t by 4, like that any manner we can able to write. But within that duration, what is our integral we have to see carefully, because we need easy integration. Okay, the calculation should be easy such that we need to select here limits. The limits, the upper limit minus lower limit must be equal to capital T. That is okay. But you see your problem. According to your problem, you need to choose the limit values. Okay, see here. I can take here. Where is T is available? Here 0 is there. And here at T by 4, one impulse is available. It is 5T by 4. 5T by 4 means 1.25 into T. But here T is here. It is 0.25 into T. It is T, it is 1.25 into T. So if I take from 0 to T, that is enough. If I take from 0 to T, within this duration one impulse is coming. I need to do the integration over one period. That one period limits I am taking from 0 to T. So this is enough. Otherwise you can take from here to here also. There is no problem. One impulse will be covered. Over one period you need to do the integration. Okay, that is the thing. So I am choosing the limits from 0 to t, that means one period where one impulse is coming. Okay, in that period only one impulse is coming. So it is equal to 1 by the time period of the g of t, and integration t is from 0 to t. I have selected these limits and g of t. Within these two limits, what is g of t? From 0 to t only, the g of t is equal to only this particular impulse, only one impulse. So it has to be written as del of t only, not del t of t. Don't confuse in between del of t and del t of t. Overall signal is looking like an impulse train del t of t. But I am doing the integration from 0 to capital T only. So from 0 to capital T, how many impulses are there? Only one impulse is there. That's why from 0 to t I have written del of t. Okay. But actually even writing this del of t is also wrong only, because 0 to t the impulse is available, but that impulse is not available at 0. The impulse is available at t by 4. So if I write del of t, what is the meaning of that one? If I write del of t, the impulse is available at exactly at t is equal to 0. This is del of t. Whenever you are observing like this, that can be replaced with a del of t. But here impulse is available at t is equal to t by 4. Okay, at t is equal to t by 4, the impulse is available. That means this impulse has been shifted to right side by t by 4 seconds, capital T by 4 seconds. That means it is the delayed version of del of t by how many seconds? T by 4 seconds. So like this we can able to write. That's why writing only this del of t is wrong. So what we need to write? Shifted version we need to write. That means del of t minus t by 4. That is nothing but g of t in the time duration t is equal to 0 to capital T. Okay. So after writing this one, e power minus jn omega naught into t dt. So this is also similar to the formula previously for the previous problem also we have taken that one. Integral t is from minus infinity to plus infinity x of t del of t minus for example t naught into dt. So what is the answer for this one? X of t naught. At what place or at what time instant the impulse is available, at that time instant we need to take the value of the x of t signal. That is the answer for this integral. So integral is required, one general signal is required, and x of t minus t naught is required. Compare this one with this. Integral is there, del of t minus t naught is there, one general signal x of t is nothing but e power minus jn omega naught into t is there. So what is the answer? X of t naught. That means in place of t we need to write t naught. First identify the t naught value. So by comparing these two equations, t naught is equal to capital T by 4 and x of t is equal to what is the signal, remaining signal, e power minus jn omega naught into t. But what is the answer? X of t naught. So in x of t, wherever t is there, you substitute capital T by 4, then you will get e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. Like this you will get. So this is the value of this particular integral, but here 1 by t is also there. So keep this one aside, and I am continuing this equation, that is 1 by t into e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4 over the integral we have calculated. We are not doing the integration, we have taken directly the help of this particular formula. So all the formulas are important. Okay, application of that formula is also important. Here x of t is there. So what is x of t in this equation? E power minus jn omega naught into t. This formula has been applied for this integral, and this 1 by t as it is we have taken. So that is the coefficient for g of t. For this signal, what is the coefficient? 1 by t into e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. For the previous problem f of t, for the impulse train signal, what is the coefficient we got? 1 by t. Once again I will tell that one. You see clearly. Remember this one. That is 1 by t e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. Now that problem and this problem I will compare. See carefully. So previous problem is this one. This is one impulse, this is another impulse, like this. So many impulses are there with the time difference of capital T. And impulses are existing at a 0, capital T, capital 2T, and this side minus T, minus 2T, like that. For this, and we have considered it is f of t, and it is del t of t, actual impulse train. And it is equal to, for this one we got Fourier series coefficient is Cn. We will represent like this generally. Now this problem is all impulses are there, but all impulses are shifted to right side by capital T by 4. T by 4, this is T by 4, this is 5T by 4, next one is 9T by 4, and so on. And this side minus 3t by 4, minus 7t by 4, like this. So many impulses are there. This one we have taken actually f of t, and this one g of t. So this g of t is equal to, we can write, this signal has been shifted to right side by t by 4 seconds. Okay, so this one we got the Fourier series coefficient is Cn into e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. So we have two signals here, f of t and g of t. For f of t we got the Fourier series coefficient is Cn, and for g of t we got Fourier series coefficient is Cn e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. Cn means what here? 1 by t. So instead of writing Cn, I will write 1 by t. So for the impulse train signal we got here 1 by t coefficient, here 1 by t into e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4 we got. Now instead of telling it is g of t, I am writing this one in terms of f only, that is this one. So for f of t, I have coefficient is Cn. Sorry, in generalization I am writing. Otherwise you take like this only, 1 by t for the time being. Okay. So here del t of t. Next for g of t or f of t minus capital T by 4, that means the signal has been shifted to right side by capital T by 4 seconds. Because of this is shifting only, you got here exponential e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. If you see all the expressions, f of t is equal to, don't confuse here because it is the starting thing, you will get some confusion. Okay, but try to avoid that one, listen carefully. Sigma, we have just started the Fourier series now. In Fourier series you will get almost 10 properties, Fourier transform 10 properties, Laplace transform 10 properties, Z transform 10 properties, but all are similar only. Because we have started the properties just now, it will be somewhat confusing. But if you try to understand this one, all the remaining things are very easy, because same properties will be repeated in all the Fourier transform, Laplace transform, Z transform, like that. Okay, because it is a starting point, you may get some confusion, but listen carefully, it will be avoided. Okay, so f of t is equal to Fourier series I am writing now. Sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity Cn e power j n omega naught into t. Cn formula I am writing. Cn is equal to 1 by t integral over 1 period f of t e power minus j n omega naught into t dt. Why did I write these two now? Many people have confused e power plus j, e power minus j, j n omega naught into t. Here e power minus j n omega naught into t. Again here you got e power minus j n omega naught into t by 4. All these things you will get. Okay. So, but it is very simple. Okay. See carefully. F of t is a time domain signal, and this one we have written like this. It is a exponential Fourier series that already we know. Sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity Cn e power plus jn omega naught into t. But when you try to write Cn equation, this one will come in the denominator. Like that you can imagine. This exponential has come in the denominator. If you make to the numerator, that e power plus j will come to the e power minus j. Like that you can able to remember in purpose. Okay. So in the Cn equation, you will get e power minus j n omega naught into t. So it is already I told many times, t is the independent variable. So it is one function or signal. It is equal to this one means this is also signal only. That means it is variable only. Okay. Next, n is also variable. We know that one. N omega naught here we have to take. N is also variable. So it must be variable. That's why here also n is there, t is there. So variable is equal to variable. Now come to this place. Here if you observe, f of t is having the Fourier series coefficient 1 by t. If this shifting is not available in the second one, if this capital T by 4 is equal to 0, otherwise capital T is equal to 0. If this capital T is equal to 0, f of small t minus 0, that is f of t only. That means that this f of t minus t by 4 will become f of t whenever capital T is equal to 0. What I mean, if I make capital T is equal to 0, there is no shifting here. Again we will get the original signal f of t. That means at this right side part also we should get 1 by t only if shifting is not available. If shifting is not available, left side these two are becoming f of t, f of t. Right side also this coefficient must be equal to 1 by t only, because without shifting f of t is producing the Fourier series coefficient is 1 by t. With shifting, that means f of t minus capital T by 4 is producing the coefficient 1 by t into e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. Now I need to make this shifting is equal to 0. That means capital T is equal to 0. Then this f of t minus capital T by 4 will become f of t. That means this entire thing should become 1 by t only. So try to get that one. So capital T is equal to, if I make 0, here also capital T is equal to, you should make 0. So e power 0 is 1. 1 into 1 by t is 1 by t only. So without shifting, this will become f of t. Without shifting, this will become 1 by t. Again, original thing we are getting. That means shifting is responsible for this exponential in the frequency domain. In which domain we have done the shifting here? Shifting we have performed in the time domain. It is a time shifting version of the f of t by capital T by 4 seconds. Capital T is a constant, that is certain time period of the signal. So we have performed certain amount of time shifting operation on the f of t. So because of that shifting only you got here exponential. So now I am giving the statement. This statement will be valid for Laplace transform, Fourier transform also. That statement is time shifting produces exponential term in the frequency domain, or shifting in time domain. Okay, in which domain? Here two domains are there. Left side one is the time domain and right side one is the frequency domain. So in the time domain we have performed the shifting. Because of this shifting in the time domain, what is the change we are getting in the frequency domain? By observing these two we can tell. Here without shifting 1 by t is there, with shifting 1 by t, including that one, here e power minus j n omega naught into capital T by 4 is there. Okay, so because of the time shifting, here you got exponential. That means shifting in time domain is producing exponential term in the frequency domain. That is the thing. Okay, so this can be applied blindly in Fourier transform, Laplace transform also. If you do shifting here, compulsory here you will get the exponential terms. That is the thing. Okay, so f of t 1 by t is here f of t means particularly what here for the impulse train signal the Fourier series coefficient is 1 by t. For the same impulse train signal if you perform the time shifting operation, what is the coefficient means 1 by t into e power minus jn omega naught. Here t by 4 only why did we get? Because we did the time shifting by t by 4 seconds, that's why you got here t by 4. If you perform the time shifting by capital T by 2, here also you will get a capital T by 2 only, 1 by t e power minus jn omega naught into capital T by 4. Without starting the properties only, with these two problems I have explained the time shifting operation now. Okay, again orally I will tell, listen carefully. For del t of t signal, del t of t means already you are familiar with this one, all the impulses are available. Infinite number of impulses are available when t is changing from minus infinity to plus infinity, and those are available at capital T is small t is equal to 0, capital T and capital 2t, capital 3t and so on, and left side minus capital T minus capital 2t like that. So for this impulse train signal, what is the Fourier series coefficient means we got 1 by capital T. Okay, now for this impulse train we have done some time shifting operation, that is del t of t minus t by 4, like this we did, t minus t by 4. Okay, so for this one what is the coefficient we got means without performing the actual method, without performing the Fourier series coefficient formula also we can write the answer here. Okay, that's what I have explained that property, that is for the without shifting, this signal is nothing but del t of t. We have previously represented it is f of t, it is g of t, and g of t is equal to f of t minus capital D by 4. Instead of writing that one, I am writing the problem itself only now. So del t of t is having the Fourier series coefficient is 1 by t, and by performing the time shifting operation, we got here in the time domain we got del t of small t minus capital T by 4. If shifting is not available, capital T is equal to 0, it is equal to del t of t. So del t of t is having the coefficient is 1 by t, but here shifting is there. Because of the shifting in the time domain, I should get here exponential. So e power minus jn omega naught into, okay, you see that lines in the Fourier series we will get like this, sigma n is from minus infinity to plus infinity, cn e power j is available, n is available, omega naught is available, here t is available. So all these four letters should be available. Whether it is capital T, whatever it may be, whether it is omega naught or not, these four letters you have to remember, e power jn omega naught into t. If I write the equation for cn, you will get 1 by t integral over 1 period f of t into e power minus jn omega naught into t dt. Again you see four letters are there, whether it is plus or minus. So here also you should have four letters, e power minus j n omega naught, here t term should come. So, but I told that this exponential is getting due to time shifting property. Okay, because of the shifting in time domain, you got this exponential in the frequency domain. So, in order to insist that one, how much amount of time shift is there? That same thing we have to take here, that is t by 4. So, j n omega naught some time related letter, that is t by 4. For example, instead of shifting t by 4 seconds, I will shift t by 2 seconds. Now, what will be the coefficient without performing the problem? We can able to write the answer now. We can able to write the exponential Fourier series coefficient for this signal by the application of this particular property, time shifting property. So, without shifting, del t of t is available. Del t of t is having the coefficient is 1 by t. With shifting, here exponential should come e power minus j n omega naught. Here what should be, we have to written here, the shifting is t by 2, that's why here t by 2. That is the thing. Okay, so all these three equations I have written with respect to impulse train signal. So now generalization I will write. What is the time shifting property in the Fourier series means I will write like this. One general signal you take like f of t or x of t, whatever it may be. So that f of t, instead of writing f of t, because you will confuse, we have taken the problem like that. So I will take here x of t, one general signal we have taken x of t. So x of t is having the exponential Fourier series coefficient, that is Cn I am taking, generalization, Cn I have taken. Okay, now time shifting I have applied on this signal, that is x of t minus t naught. So in this way I have applied the time shifting. Here t naught I have taken, in this case it is capital T by 4, in this case it is capital T by 2, like that we have taken. So because of the time shifting, here exponential will come, that is a property, time shifting property of the Fourier series. So Cn, without this t naught, here Cn should be available. With this t naught, what should be available? E power minus Jn omega naught. Now you tell what should be written here. If the shifting is t by 4, here t by 4 has come. If the shifting is t by 2, here t by 2 has come. Here the shifting is t naught. So I need to write here t naught. If the shifting is 2 seconds, I need to write here 2. If the shifting is minus 2 seconds, I need to write here minus 2. That means like this also I can write x of t plus t naught. X of t plus t naught is having the coefficient Cn into e power, it will come plus, because here you see t, here we can tell t minus t naught. So in place of here, if you keep minus t naught, minus will become plus e power Jn omega naught into t naught. Okay, so this is the time shifting property of the Fourier series. Time shifting property of the Fourier series. Actually we need to start with the linearity property, but by using these two problems you can able to understand what is time shifting property. Okay, so this is the next problem. Find the Fourier series for h of t. H of t is, this is a signal in terms of g of t coefficient. We know what is g of t, we know what is f of t in the previous two problems. So by using previous two problems we need to find the Fourier series for this particular h of t. Okay, instead of taking that help of the previous problems, now you take, this is the new problem. Now we will solve this one. This is a given signal, and by observing this signal we can tell it is a periodic signal. Okay, because the impulses are repeating, but some impulses are above the x-axis and some impulses are below the x-axis. You need to take this h of t signal as a addition of two signals. Okay, one signal is having the impulses above the x-axis and second signal is having the impulses below the x-axis. Like this we can able to solve this problem. So see carefully, this h of t signal I am drawing like this. So first I am taking all the impulses above the x-axis, then I will add that signal with the signal which is having all the impulses below the x-axis. So above the x-axis I am taking. So this impulse is available at 3t by 4. At 3t by 4, one impulse is available. Next impulse is at 7t by 4. And this side, the impulse is available at minus t by 4. Next impulse is available at minus 5t by 4. Okay, so these are the impulses I have taken above the x-axis. Now I will take the impulses which are below the x-axis. So below the x-axis at t by 4, one impulse is there. Next at 5t by 4, another impulse is there. If you take left side at minus 3t by 4, another impulse is there. Like this, so many impulses are there. Okay, so these are the two signals I have considered. If you observe this particular signal which is having the impulses above the x-axis, you take the difference between any two successive impulses. Time difference you calculate. You will get it is capital T. It is also capital T, it is also capital T, it is also capital T. That means it is a periodic signal. Okay. Now if you see this one, the difference in between these two is also the periodic, is also capital T only. So it is also periodic signal only. So the time difference in between these two is capital T. So it is also periodic signal with time period capital T. It is also periodic signal with time period capital T. By adding these two, you will get the time periods ratio is equal to 1. That is a rational number. So the combination is also periodic signal only. Okay. So now we will take like this. We know that for the del t of t, the Fourier series coefficient is Cn. How to get this signal from this signal? Here impulses are available in this signal del t of t. The impulses are available at small t is equal to 0, capital T, capital 2t, capital 3t like that, and left side minus capital T, minus capital 2t like that. How to get this signal from this signal? The impulse train signal has to be shifted to right side by 3t by 4 seconds. Okay, if this impulse train signal is shifted to right side by 3t by 4 seconds, then this signal will be obtained. So this signal, this entire signal can be mathematically written as capital T del t of t minus 3t by 4. And we know because of the time shifting how the exponential Fourier series coefficient will be affected. Without time shifting Cn is available. With time shifting exponential will come, that is e power minus jn omega naught into how much shifting is there, 3t by 4. That's why I am taking here 3t by 4 over. So for this signal now I have the exponential Fourier series coefficient. Problem is over. Now you see this one. Here all the impulses are below the x-axis. That means the amplitude is negative. Okay, so coefficient will get negative. For the time being, you assume all the impulses are above the x-axis and those are available at capital T by 4, 5t by 4 and 9t by 4 and 13t by 4 like that. That means the del t of t signal is shifted to right side by t by 4 seconds. Okay, I am writing this signal in terms of the impulse train signal. So if the impulse train signal is shifted to right side by capital T by 4, this signal we will get, but here the amplitude reversal has been happened. So I am taking here negative. So because of this negative, I will also get here negative, and further del t of t without shifting is Cn, and because of the time shifting I need to write here exponential, and how much amount of shift is available, t by 4, so I need to write t by 4. So for this part the exponential Fourier series coefficient is this one, and for this part the exponential Fourier series coefficient is this one. Instead of writing here Cn, I can write 1 by t, because I know for the impulse train signal the coefficient is 1 by t. So instead of writing Cn, I will write 1 by t only. This is 1 by t, this is also 1 by t. Okay, now these two signals are added, so we can add these two signals, so the coefficients will also be added. So I will write that one. So given signal h of t can be written as the addition of these two, that means del t of t minus 3t by 4 minus del t of small t minus capital T by 4. Now we are applying exponential Fourier series. So the exponential Fourier series coefficient of h of t is equal to, instead of representing with C and dn like that, simply I have written exponential Fourier series coefficient of h of t is equal to, what is the coefficient for this one? 1 by t e power minus jn omega naught into 3t by 4. This minus is this minus. Next for this one 1 by t e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. So this is the exponential Fourier series coefficient. Like this we can able to leave it. Otherwise we can able to solve further. That I am writing here. So again I am writing h of t is equal to del t of t minus 3t by 4 minus del t of t minus t by 4. For this one, if you apply the exponential Fourier series, then exponential Fourier series coefficient of h of t is equal to, for del t of t 1 by t is the coefficient, because of the shifting exponential will come e power minus jn omega naught into 3t by 4, minus is minus, for del t of t 1 by t, because of the shifting exponential e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. In this way we will get. Okay, so it is equal to, we can take 1 by t as common. It is whenever you are getting this type of things, I will take 1 by t common first, e power minus jn omega naught into 3t by 4. Next minus e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. It is 3t by 4, it is t by 4. So this jn omega naught into t by 4 simply you consider as theta. So e power j theta, that this one I have written, so it will become 3 theta. Okay, minus jn omega naught t by 4 I am taking as theta, so e power minus 3 theta minus e power, minus also I will consider like this, so e power theta, like this will get. Okay, so simply we can able to visualize like this. Otherwise minus you can able to include, this is minus, this is also minus. Okay, in order to avoid that one, avoid the confusion. So now this one we can able to rewritten like this, e power minus 2 theta, if you take common, what you will get, e power minus theta minus e power plus theta, like this we can able to get. So e power minus 3 theta minus e power minus theta, it is looking like this one. So instead of talking in terms of jn omega naught 3t by 4 e power minus jn omega naught t by 4, in order to explain this one I am taking like this. I have considered theta is nothing but jn omega naught into t by 4. Here also jn omega naught t by 4 is there. That's why I have taken that one as theta. So e power minus is there, 3 theta minus e power minus theta, like this it is there. So we need to write in terms of sine and cos, that is the thing here. So sine theta means e power j theta minus e power minus j theta. So these two angles must be same. Cos is also same, e power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2. And it is minus 2j, like that it will be there. So these two angles must be same. But here it is 3 theta, it is theta. So these two are not same. In order to make them same, I am taking 2 theta as common. Okay, so e power minus 2 theta I am taking as common. So already minus theta is there. Here minus 3 theta is there. So 1 minus theta will be available here. But here minus 2 theta, if you take common, it will become plus 3 theta only. So here e power minus 2 theta into e power theta. Bases are equal, powers will be added. E power minus theta will get it. Without changing any value, we can write like this. So by using this analysis, I am writing like this. What is that? E power minus jn omega naught 2t by 4 I am taking as common. 2 theta I am taking common. So it will be like this. So remaining thing is e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4 will get minus e power jn omega naught into t by 4 will get. Okay. So here many people will get confusion. Try to practice this one, then only without any confusion you can able to understand. Okay. So if you see sin theta formula, e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j is available. So e power plus j theta means in front of this one positive is required, but here negative is there. So I am rewriting that one by taking minus as a common. So that minus I am writing in front of this one, minus 1 by t. This is e power minus jn omega naught I am writing as 2 pi by t. Okay, and it is 2t by 4. Next it is e power jn. Next one is omega naught into t by 4 minus e power minus jn omega naught into t by 4. Okay, 2 this 4 will be cancelled, this t will be cancelled. Here you got minus 1 by 4 e power minus jn pi. This is the remaining thing. And here it is in the form of e power j theta minus e power minus j theta. If you have 2j here, we can write this one as the sin theta. So in order to cancel that 2j, I am writing in the numerator 2j. Now this entire thing can be written as sin of n omega naught into t by 4. That omega naught I am writing as 2 pi by t into t by 4. Okay, so tt will be cancelled. This 2 ones are 2 2s are, like this will get. Now next one I am writing here, that is exponential Fourier series coefficient of h of t, that is a given problem. It is equal to minus 2j by t. This is e power minus j theta, that can be written as cos theta minus j sin theta. Cos theta minus j sin theta into sin of n pi by 2, like this we got. Now listen carefully. We need to know what is sine 0, what is sine 90, what is sine 180, what is sine pi by 2, sine 3 pi by 2, sine 2 pi, all these things we should know with respect to cos also. Okay, so generally cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is or pi by 2 is 0, cos pi is minus 1, cos 3 pi by 2 is 0, cos 2 pi is 1. Like this the cos signal will be changing. Sin 0 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1, sin pi is 0, sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1 and sin 2 pi is again 0. So with this analysis we need to write down like this. So if you take n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, what will happen to this entire thing? N is equal to 1, cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0. That means imaginary part will become 0. Now n is equal to cos 2 pi is 1. Whenever we have taken n is equal to 1, it will become minus 1. Okay, for n is equal to 1, here we got minus 1. For n is equal to 2, we got 1. Cos 2 pi is 1. When you take n is equal to 3, again rotation, that will come to pi. That means it will become minus 1. So this is alternately changing, minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 like that. But whatever the value you take for n, sin pi is 0, sin 2 pi is 0, sin 3 pi is 0, everything is 0. So this will become always 0 only. But this value is changing, minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1 like that. So what we need to do, minus 1 whole power n, like that we can write. This cos n pi, we can write as minus 1 whole power n. So this part is over. Now this one, sin n pi by 2. If you take n is equal to 1, sin pi by 2 is 1. If you take n is equal to 2, that means even value, what will happen? Sin pi will become 0. This 0 into this entire thing is 0. So for the even number of n values, this will become 0. The coefficient will become 0. Only odd values are existing. Okay. So finally what we got here? Minus 2j by t. This will become minus 1 whole power n, and it is sin n pi by 2. And already I said that n value should be odd. For even, the sin n pi by 2 will become 0. That's why we should take n is odd only. This is the condition. But when you take n is odd, like 1, 3, 5, this will become minus 1 only. So minus into minus will be plus. So simply we can write 2j by t sin n pi by 2. So this is the final answer. Okay, getting this up to this line is very easy by application of the time shifting property. After that only this mathematical calculation we need to perform. Okay, with practice this will also become very easy only. So in this way you need to do the problems. Okay, so with this you can able to understand how much difficulty is available with respect to maths in this subject. Okay, all these taking common and applying cos 0, and if you understand this problem carefully, remaining things are very easy only. So you need to know what is cos 0, how to take. Now we have taken cos n pi is equal to minus 1 whole power n. Okay, next sin n pi by 2 we have kept like that only. What is the reason? For n is equal to 0, it is 0. Sorry, 1 onwards we have to take it. If you take n is equal to 1, it is 1. N is equal to, it is 0. N is equal to 3, it will become minus 1. Okay, n is equal to 4, again it will become 0. So we have concluded that for even number of even n, for the even n, it will become 0. That's why the coefficient will become 0. That's why we have indicated here for odd n only. For odd n only the coefficient will be existing, and for odd n this will become 1. So this will be changing, depends upon the situation, the answer will be changing like that. So all these things you need to understand. Okay. So this is the assignment question. We just now we have done h of t. That one we have taken as the addition of the two signals. Actually, we have done the one signal we have taken as the addition of the other signals. Means the coefficients also we have added. Okay, 1 by t is actually for the impulse train signal, that is shifted to right side by t by 4 seconds one time and 3t by 4 seconds one more time. Those two signals have been added in the time domain. So in the frequency domain also the coefficients have been added. Here coefficients are added. Okay, these are the coefficients only. This is one coefficient, this is another coefficient. These coefficients are added means linearity property we have applied already. In the time domain two signals are added, so the coefficients are also added. So that is nothing but linearity property. Okay, so again that one we'll see later. And For the previous problem, just you shift to right side by 2 seconds. Okay. Then what is the result that you can able to get? Okay. So this is the thing. Try to practice some problems on the Fourier series. Thank you.